Hello, fellow classmates. I'm Brian. In this short video, I'll be acknowledging Mahatma Gandhi, who was an Indian activist. But before I start, I would like to provide historical content. As the British grew more politically in power by India was when British cheap goods bypassed into India territory as it flowed in India, slowly destroying their cottage industry and forcing them to go back in plantation to provide enough money for their food, to provide money and food for their own family. This then led to the collapse of India textile industry, which they were known for and loved for. The British rule made India become a sphere of influence, as the British rule focused on the profit and cash crop rather than the people themselves. Many could say this is selfish. Many say it's very smart. It's very smart to make profit off land with its crops and plantation. Many can say it's very cruel of the British people to do this to the Indian people. However, having Mahatma Gandhi and his people have the lack of resources and necessity to live. Why did Gandhi do it, and why does he do it for? And what is the purpose of it? Mahatma Gandhi becomes an Indian activist to make India to influence many people to join in the independent movement, to allow his country to be free from British suppression. He secured his country non-alignment, though what are some of the things he faced during this huge accomplishment in history? Though he faced many problems through the face of going through in India's independence and decolonized to be his own independent nation, was when the British power, when the British forced Indian colony to divide into two, which are known as Pakistan and India. However, what were the effects of this new rule to the people of India and the citizens in there, and the innocent people affected by this, by British suppression? Towards that rule to India and dividing it by two, 10 million were displaced away from their homes. Perhaps 75,000 women were raped. Nearly 1 million individuals die in the act of the British new rules of dividing India into two. Though India, but one can say, how did India uh, go through those problems and become successful? Though India once faced on a violent environment with external forces that face poverty and illiteracy, India is now emerged to be one of the world's largest democracy. Many can say Mahatma Gandhi plays an important role in history as it led the succession to be the succession to for their future to be free from to be free from being a sphere of influence and being in control of British hands. Thank you, fellow classmates, for spending the time to listen to my podcast and what I have to say. Ryan Vu, out.